It does not matter how strong you are. If you do not know these powerlifting commands and know how to properly set up to get a successful lift, then your lift would not count. This is your complete guide to powerlifting commands and how to successfully hit all your attempts. Just to give some context so everybody's on the same page, there are 3 total refs, 1 in front of you and 2 on either side. The head ref in front of you will always give you the commands. Each ref will look for the proper execution of the lift. For each specific side, if you have met their criteria of what a successful lift is, then they will give you a white light. There are total 3 white lights, 1 for each ref. All you need is to get 2 of the 3 refs to give you a white light for it to count as a lift. 1 white light and then 2 red lights will not count as a lift. 3 out of 3 white lights is obviously a successful attempt. First lift is the squat, and the following criteria must be met in order for the head ref to give you a start command. When you have unracked the bar and starting to set up, before the head ref can give you a start command, the head ref is looking for if your knees are fully locked out and you are motionless. And once those 2 criteria has been met, the head ref will give you a start command. This command is the signal for you to be able to start the squat. Once you have begun the squat, the referees are looking for one thing, and is that if you are hitting depth. Now, generally, depth in most powerlifting federation is considered the hip crease at or below the top of the knee. Now, there's some nuances to this, right? Let's say due to some mobility issues, you sink a little deeper on your left compared to your right leg. So on your left side, the ref sees that you hit depth, but on the right side, it does not look like you hit depth, but from the front view, it looks like you hit depth. Therefore, you get 2 white lights out of 3, and it will still count as a lift, even though you didn't properly hit depth on your right side. Assuming you hit depth on your way back up, you must squat in one continuous motion. You can't, let's say, squat, go back down a little bit, some misgrooving, and then you go back up. That will not count as a lift, right? It has to be one continuous motion. And then finally, once you have completed the squat, the head ref will look for the exact same criteria, right? Your knees being fully locked out, you remain motionless. And then finally, the head ref will give you a rack command, and that will complete the lift or the attempt for squat. The second lift is bench press. There are 3 total commands. The first command is the start command. To get the start command, these are the criteria you must hit. You're gonna go ahead and unrack the bar and do your setup. The side ref will make sure that your butt will remain on the bench and your foot to be either flat, or you can point your toes down onto the ground depending on the federation. I know for the USAPL, you must have your full foot flat. Regardless, some form of foot touching the ground must occur for the side ref to give the okay for the head ref to give you the start command. And again, just like the squat, the head ref is going to look at if you are remaining motionless and your elbows are fully locked out when you unrack the bar. Once you have meet these criteria, the head ref will give you a start command. You will begin your pressing, and this is the most crucial part. You must bring the bar down to your chest and remain motionless before the head ref can give you a press command. And typically this will be a slight pause, which is why a lot of powerlifters train with a pause on the bench press, because when you bring the bar down, you must remain motionless in order for the head ref to see that you remain motionless to give a press command. After the press command, you can go ahead and press. Throughout the process of you benching, bringing that bar back up near the rack, the side ref is looking for 2 things. 1, if your butt remains onto the ground. 2, if your foot remains on the ground as well. So if one of your glutes, let's say on the left side, your left glute went up, the left side ref will see that and give you a red light. But let's say on your other glute, it remains on the bench, then that ref will give you a white light. Once you have fully done the press, the head ref's looking for 2 more criteria. Exactly the same thing as a squat. The bench movement must be one continuous movement. There's no going back down and then going back up. That will not count as a lift. It will immediately not count as a lift. Your elbows must be fully locked out and you must remain motionless before the head ref gives you your final command, which is the rack command. The third and the final lift is the deadlift. There is only 1 command for the deadlift. You can go whenever you are ready to go. There is no start command. You just walk up to the platform, do your setup. The only 2 criteria that they're looking for is, again, 1 continuous motion on the way up, meaning you can't go down and up a little bit and then try to lock out again. That would not count as a lift. And number 2, if you're utilizing your knees as a shell to muscle up the deadlift, that would not count as a lift. And at the top, all you have to do is making sure both of your knees are fully locked out. Again, like the nuances what I mentioned with the glutes or the depth of the squat. Let's say your left knee is softly locked, but on your right, it's fully locked. From the front, the head ref can't see your knees from the side. They're gonna count that as a lift. So you get 2 white lights out of 3. Therefore, it would still count as a successful attempt. Once the head ref have seen that your knees are fully locked out, you are stable, you are motionless, then the head ref will give you the only command in the deadlift, which is the down command. Now, this is important, okay? This does not mean mean you just let go of the deadlift, you just slam the weights or anything. You want to control the weight down, meaning your hand must remain onto the bar the whole entire way down, okay? If you guys found this video valuable, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Peace.